Hey everybody, this is Eric Clark's Travel Videos, and I'm in Tivoli, and I'm going to go to Hadrian's Palace, and it's amazing. The palace is amazing. The garden is even twice as amazing. The fountains are 3 times as amazing. So again, this is Hadrian's Palace in Tivoli. Let me show you a sign. Tivoli. And I just arrived via train, and there's a couple of tricks to this. I've been here a few times before. Risto. It's a little bit in the mountains. So, what you got here, there's 2 ways to go. You can go this way, left, which will take you across the bridge, and that'll take you to the center of town. But we don't want to go the bridge way. We want to go this way because it has the big fountain and all the stuff. This is a longer way, but that bridge is cool. But it takes you kind of like through this little, I don't know what's it called, like a flea market area or something. But I can show you what it looks like. But I always found that once you leave the train, go right. And it's a longer way, but it's a better way. And there's one thing that you miss if you take the bridge. If you take the bridge, you don't get to look down inside the chasm, and there's like a, what do they call those around? Like a temple of some kind. And there's a big waterfall, because all this water to the left of us that you can't see is flowing. And so anyway, so this is the right way. Oh, you can see the water through those trees. Now coming back, going right is fine, because it's a more direct route, and it takes you right up to the train station. This is kind of a roundabout path. And they still haven't fixed these benches from when I was here last, which was probably 3 or 4 years ago. It looked like somebody had come along and taken all the tops to them. So anyway, or maybe at least some of them. And there's a little garden. But we want to get to Hadrian's Palace. And I might as well just take you with me, huh? So this will be a walk from the train station, from the, what is it? So the Tivoli Train Station to the entrance to Hadrian's Palace. And I think they have the same trash can issue here. That's neither here nor there, is it? I had another thought on that trash issue. Go figure, huh? My name's Eric. You'd think that Eric has a thing here, but they try to separate all the trashes. So if it's paper, it goes in one bin. If it's glass, it goes in another bin. If it's recyclable, it's another bin. And so they have like 3 or 4 bins. Look at that, right in the middle of the road. Don't hit that. Oh my gosh. How crazy is that? Okay, well, I'm not getting in this. But anyway, with so many bins, let's say that the bottle one fills up first and all the other ones are empty, or the recyclables are empty. And so they come by with bottles, so they dump the bottles. But they pick up bottles on Mondays and Thursdays or something silly. And so then what happens? So let's say that on, another day they drop off, or they have papers, recyclables, and they come on, Tuesdays and Fridays or something, but that's filled. So what do? Instead of putting them in another trash can, which they know they shouldn't, or are told they should not. They just set it beside the trash can, even though 4 or 5 other trash cans are empty. Does that make sense? So it's like they have to wait for the right day or the right trash can to be empty. Thank you. So like, let me show you what I mean. So here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 trash cans, and they're all locked. Okay, but so let's say that one of them is recyclable. It's for paper. One of them is recyclable for plastics. One of them is recyclable for glass. One of them is recyclable for whatever. But the glass one's filled, so what do? They just stack the bottles. But nobody picks them up. And so then it's a pain in the butt. Okay, so anyway, here's what I was talking about. This way here is the right way to Hadrian's palace. But this way, if you take that bridge, you end up missing this. And this is Via Gorgian. I don't know if that's true, but it's called the Grand Cascata. And let me show you what this looks like, because it's fairly amazing. So it's this huge gorge down here, and you can see this is where the water, you can hear the water down there, but you can see the temple over there. How amazing is that? And so there's a waterfall down here, but you end up having to pay, you know, and it's like 10 euros to, and then you end up having to walk all the way down there, and then you can see the trail down here, and you walk, and you walk, and you walk, and then you get to where the waterfall is. But you don't get to that side. You have to go this way. So anyway, we're not going to do that. And this is called, you can look it up if you want to, Villa Gregorian. Gregorian? Okay, that place. But we're going to walk over the bridge anyway. Because this is the way to get to the palace. Oh, and this palace is amazing. I'm telling you, the fountains of the so it's like the palace in itself is a wow. And then you get to the gardens, and they're a wow. And then you get to the fountains, and they are wow, like amazing, like crazy, over the top, amazingly cool. This bridge is really narrow, but I'll show you what this looks like all the same. I'd like to find a grocery store if I can, or a market, because I'd like to buy a beer and I'll take it in with me. I brought some corn nuts, and I can stop and have a snack and a beer inside, because I'm going to film quite a bit. So this is the waterfalls. And this bridge, there's no sidewalk, and it's a 2-lane bridge, but you can tell that there ain't room for more than a car. But you can see the temple here, and you can see that there's a restaurant out in front of it, but this is that gorge. And it's amazing. But you don't get into this part from that walk, that $10. This only gets you to a part of it. And the water is right there, and you can see how deep that is over there. Oh, cool. So this is the bridge. Maybe I can see more this way. I'll go this way. Just to the end over here. Oh, something to read. Let's go see what this temple thing says. It is Pyrenees of Tivoli. View of the double order of substruction and overlaying temple facing the old waterfall. The substruction shown in the etchings were walled up in 1847, leaving only the windows for airing. And there's things you can, if you can use your camera and scan those, but oops, sorry about that. Let me show you this. So there's the temple thing, and down below it's part of a temple. And that's the bridge I just crossed. And there's some of the waterfalls, but there's a bigger one. How amazing would this place be if you had a room like that one right there with the balcony? That'd be really cool. It's too close to people though. You couldn't hold a phone conversation to save your life. Anyway, you can walk down there if you choose to. Okay, we're moving on. He's vacuuming the street. I wonder if we can talk him into picking up trash. Bar down in Tivoli. And this is called Ťiβολη. So again, this is a longer walk this way. You got to kind of wind your way through this little town here and up there and then turn right and around the corner and down the street, but you'll see. The bridge is easier. The bridge is a climb. You got to go all the way down to the bottom, cross the bridge, go all the way up, and it's a hauler. This is just longer and short and less steep.
Vabbè, buona formazione. Ciao.
And there's a haze over everything today. It doesn't look like rain, just a haze. Te jesteś? Okay.
Formazione. Poi abbiamo un po' di spesa.
Here's a grocery store. I'll be right back, everybody. Okay, I got a beer, and it was $1.50, which is really nice. It's not the standard $2. And I'm back on the exact same trail I was. Prenatal. Cool. And it's really a cute little town. I think it's really all locals. Pizzeria. I might come back here for a pizza depending on my time. Zucchini, pretzel, okay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. What do we got? Is this a bank line? That's exactly what it is. Sorry about that. Did you see that? I couldn't tell if it was recording. It had a message on the screen. And we're gonna go this way. Oh, a market. How cool. Hey, can I buy an apple? That would be wonderful for my snack inside of the Hadrian's Palace. I read the SEO stuff, search engine optimizer, and it said say the name a lot. Hadrian's Palace. Hadrian's Palace. Hadrian's Palace, Tivoli, Tivoli, Tivoli. How funny. Pears, pears, pears. Apple, apple. Here we go. And it's $2.50 a kilogram. Huh. Cute little square. Okay. We're gonna skip it. Anyway, we'll keep walking. Let's get to Tivoli's Hadrian's Palace. Look at me, getting it all worked in there. I think I'm coming the right way. This way doesn't look so familiar. There was a square out in front. Is it down that way or is it to the right? Let me see what I can find out here. I want to go that way. Yeah, it's this way. Cute little street. It's kind of windy. I did bring my drone. And we're gonna hook a right up here. I hear a car. And there ain't much of a sidewalk. Do we call that a sidewalk? They certainly call that a sidewalk here. So literally, I mean, that's the sidewalk. I mean, there's nothing on that side. This side's the sidewalk. And we're gonna turn right here and keep going down, 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 down. And it says Ville de Oeste. No, let's go this way. I think that's going to get me to the bottom of the gardens. This says Ville de Oeste this way. Oh, and that's the gate that usually is open. I've gone through that gate, but it looks like we're going to go around it. Huh. Ville de Oeste. Ville de Oeste. That's the one I always go through. And this is going to take me to that metal statue with the guy in the ground that's in Pompeii, and he's in a lot of places. Yep, this is it. And I think they opened at 8:30. Voila. And that's the church in front of us. And I think the entrance is straight ahead on the right. And this is that guy. Usually it's metal, but you can see it's got the little thing in it. So this is the same thing in Pompeii that I was talking about. But that's the entrance. Let's beat these people for sure. Via de Oeste. Here we go. Entrance, entrance. Reserve line, regular line. This is us. And this is what it looks like. Wow, it's a great entryway. Very cool, very cool. And there's a picture of what the gardens look like on that screen right there. But so we're waiting on people here. So it's looks like $7, or that looks like a speech or something, or a guided tour. So those people get to go first. Okay, you don't need to hear all of this, but There's a ceiling for you. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here and get my ticket, and I'll be back. Bye, everybody.